I wish I could just gather you all up and bring you right here and sending you a lot of warmth and sunshine. Um, yeah, it's kind of ironic that I'm the sick one. So I'll try to mute myself when I'm sneezing or coughing or blowing my nose. But it's really good to be with you all. So I'm just going to invite you into some deep breathing. And like we usually start out with breathing into the belly. Put your hands on your belly. And the invitation is to breathe right down into the low abdomen. And then you'll be filling up your body with air from here all the way up. So I'll show you like I did last week, because most of us are breathing backwards. So we want to start breathing into the belly. So the belly is going to push out as I breathe in. And then you can see it's like a wave. So the breath comes in, belly comes out, chest comes out, breath goes out, chest goes in, belly goes in. If you're new to this kind of diaphragmatic breathing, you might want to lay down and try it that way. So I'm going to stay standing up. So we're going to just do a few belly breaths, and I'd like to invite you, if you want to make a sound on your exhale. Could be a sigh, could be closed mouth, a hum. And the sound is not so much about the actual sound, it's about allowing the energy to move out of your body in the form of sound. Yeah, so I'm actually going to mute myself so that you're hearing your sound and not mine. And if you're in a place where you can't make sound, then don't worry about it. And just do some belly breathing. And if you're in a place where you can't make sound, what you can do is with closed mouth, you can very softly. Because it's not about the sound, it's about the feeling in your face and in your chest and the feeling of your own vibration. So, all right, let's do a few deep belly breaths and then a sound or a hum on the exhale, either open or closed mouth, whatever you feel drawn to in this moment. We'll do about 10 breaths that way. Keep going. I forgot to say, if you're standing, bend your knees, wide stance. So you're really grounded. If you're sitting, that's fine. If you're lying down, that's fine. See what feels good in your body. And on the exhale, see if you can, like, I'm going to show you. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but my whole body is like melting with the exhale and just letting the gravity just pull my body downward as I bend my knees. Again, sitting and lying down is fine. But see if you can let your body melt with the exhale. The exhale is made for letting go. So allow the muscles and shoulders and the face, especially the mouth, to just go really limp and loose, letting the jaw open. Great. Now, as you do that, the invitation, if you feel like standing, is to rock back and forth from one foot to the next. So breathing in, you go one direction. Go at your own pace. Breathing out with a sound if you want, you go the other direction. Your feet are not lifting off the ground. You're just feeling your breath. You're feeling the soles of your feet against the ground. You're going very slow. Follow your own body's rhythm. You don't need to go with me. Let's do that for several more breaths. I'll mute myself again. You can hear yourself. Great. Now, be still for a moment. Feel. Notice what's alive. Notice there might be some tingling in your body. It might be sensation. Tune into the body. See if your body wants a hand or two hands on it anywhere. Listen to the body. Maybe it shows you it wants a hand on your face, two hands, maybe on your forehead, on your tummy, maybe your heart, or your low back. Ask your body, where do you need my loving touch? Where do you need my attention? If it feels good, you can keep swaying. The body will tell you what it wants. Follow your impulses. Your body might be saying, I don't want to stand. I want to lay down. Do that. Listen to the body. Maybe your body wants to stretch. Maybe your body wants to shake. Maybe it wants to sway. Ask, tune in. What do you want, body? What do you need? You can close your eyes if that feels good. It feels safer to have eyes open, and trust that. Tune into your unique body. Ask your body, what will help me feel you more? What will help me inhabit you more? What will help me drop from here to here and here? If your body wants to keep moving, trust that. If your body wants to lay down and sit, trust that. Moving more into the guided meditation phase. But if you have a lot of energy and your body wants to keep standing and swaying, do that. There's no right way to meditate. Myth. Be comfortable, be at ease. Find your position of the greatest ease. Body softens, mind will soften too. There's a disclaimer here. I was inspired. Stay inward if you can. Can we do a little bit of talking? I was inspired by a question from someone in our community who asked about how to work with self-doubt. He asked about how to work with the imposter syndrome. When you feel like you're not as good, not worthy, not what people think you are. Yeah, self-doubt. So the meditation today is inspired by that question. I appreciate the question. It just helps me get into how does that show up in my being? How do I work with it? And of course, as the universe would have it, my therapy session with my therapist this week was all about what created that self-doubt. So welcome. And if you're the reason I wanted to give a disclaimer on this one is if you are already in a challenging place, this could be perfect for you. And if at any point you're like, you know what, this is too much, turn off the sound, turn off the sound, and be in your own energy, but still with the collective that we're creating here. So above all, trust your own inner voice above me, above anyone, always. Hmm. So I'm realizing now, I'm making this up as I go along, of course. I'm realizing now that we're grounded a little bit more, hopefully, in our bodies, you may want to open your eyes because I'm going to invite you into an exploration and I'm going to invite you to remember a time, maybe it's really alive for you right now, where you've been in self-doubt. Self-doubt is very particular, right? It's you feel an impulse, you feel like something is aligned, you feel drawn to something, and there's an open feeling to that. If you can remember that when you feel drawn to something. And if this doesn't make sense, it's okay. Just let it land in your consciousness. And if it doesn't make sense, come back to it later, maybe. As soon as you can notice a time when you really felt the pull to do something and you listened, you felt like, oh, that sounds fun, or that sounds like it will bring you joy. or that sounds like it will bring growth or transformation or whatever it is. Feel into that feeling of being pulled towards something. Remember a specific time. All right, I'm going to shut up so you can do this now. Feel into a specific time. You followed your impulse. Feel it in your body. It's not like feel into the following of the impulse, the rightness of it. Feel into your chest space. See what it does to your chest space. See if you can notice anything. There's no right or wrong here. Notice what's here. If you're having a hard time with this, don't worry about it. Kind of an advanced concept. And you can, if it is a struggle to feel what it feels like to follow an impulse, it can be something so simple. It could be like, um, oh, I have to go to the bathroom now. Follow the impulse. Could be like, oh, I'm hungry and eat something. Or it could be something bigger, like, ah, I want to go to Costa Rica. Or something in the past of like you followed the impulse to study something particular. Whatever it is, feel into it. Feel it in your body. Ask the body what that feels like, and it will show you. If not today, keep asking. Because I'm getting you in touch with your intuition. The intuition is in the body. In order to know from a felt sense, we have to be connected up with the body. So that's what we're practicing, and it doesn't happen overnight. So if you've been very disconnected from your body for a long time, like most of us, like 99% of us, don't worry about it. This is something everyone has, but been conditioned to disconnect from our intuition, from our bodies. Been very conditioned to do that, to be gentle, be patient. What does a yes feel like in the body? Feel into that. What is an impulse? What is moving towards something I want feel like? Good. Deep breath in. Five, four, okay. Coming back. Now, I want you to remember a time when you had an impulse. Maybe you were a kid, maybe as an adult, you had an impulse to do something. You had a intuition or a desire or something felt like a yes. You felt called to it. and then you stifled the impulse. Or someone said to you, no, that's not right. You should do it this way instead. You shouldn't become an engineer. You should become a therapist. You were drawn to become an engineer, and someone was like, no, you should become a therapist. Or you were a kid and you were like, I have to pee now. And, your guardian, your parent was like, no, you can't. Or your teacher, no, you have to wait. It's not about making someone else wrong. That's not what we're doing. I want you to feel into your body what it feels like to feel pulled to something and then to have it either shut down by you or someone else. And, if you're in touch with your body, it's not super pleasant. So we're not going to do this for a long time. But the invitation is to get a felt sense of this in the body, connect with the body. Give you a minute or so to do this. And again, if you're like, nope, not doing this today, don't do it. Because then you're following your impulse. And I want to encourage that. Maybe it's when you were a kid and you wanted to sing or dance. And maybe somebody told you weren't good enough. Or they turned the radio down or off because they didn't want to hear you singing. Again, it's not about demonizing. It's not about making the parent or the guardian wrong. Nobody's perfect. There are no perfect parents. But feel into it. Where do you see it? Where do you feel it in your body? A sense of like, no, I can't. No, I'm not good enough. Or hearing, no, you're not good enough. Feel it in the body. Body's been holding it all this time anyway. Again, if this is hard, and if you notice yourself kind of disconnecting even more from the body, that's dissociating. And I want you to go back to your breath right now. That's a trauma response. And that's not what we're here for. Okay. We're not here to re trigger and re traumatize. So I'm trusting you to be really on yourself right now. If you're starting to float out of your body more, this is not for you today. Be with your breath and maybe even mute this. Come back into the body. What does it feel like to be shut down if you're with this exploration? If you've got enough capacity today? If you don't, let it go. Okay. Now come back to eyes open. Look at me. I'm here with you. Feel your feet. Maybe even stand up. You have the impulse to stand. If you feel frozen right now or dissociated or like out of it, stand up. Maybe bounce a little bit. Move your body how it wants to. Slow, very slow. Notice breath. Notice feet. And shake it off. Okay. Shake off that memory of what it was like to be shut down. We know what that's like. Even if your body didn't want you to feel that today. So if you didn't feel that, trust it. Your body was like, nope, we're not doing that today. That's perfect. But you know what it feels like. Cognitively, you know what it feels like. We all do. For some of us, you get a stomach ache. There's a sense of the heart like closing, and there's this like almost like perceptible feeling of the shoulders moving forward. The jaw often clenches. There's a tightening in the body, you know? So shake that off. Shake it off. And again, this is an exploration of self doubt. This is an exploration of fear of being your biggest self, your biggest, most enlivened self. That's what we're doing. We're exploring that. Shake it off. Okay. Now, the invitation is whether you're lying or sitting down or standing to get big. Bring your arms out, you can above your head. If it's good for your back, a little bit of a back bend, making yourself big, 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 showing the universe that you are a grown up, you are big, you are safe, big, big, big. And then look around your environment, look around, maybe even do a 360 turn. Take it all in, leave it in, and in your mind, if there's not actual danger, okay, if there's a if there's someone trying to rob you right now, please turn off the meditation. If you are actually safe in this moment and there is no immediate danger, do a 360 turn again with the words in your mind, I am safe. Keeping your surroundings. Help your body know that there's no immediate danger. I am safe. Let the body move how it wants to. Turn the other direction now. Another 360 view. It's all around you. Look and see, is there actual danger in your environment right now? I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. Deep breath into the belly, sound on the exhale. Yeah. And one more, I am safe inwardly. Okay. Sitting, lying down, standing up, finding your place of ease. Asking your body, how do you want to be cared for today, body? What do you need from me? Follow the body. You feel tired, lay down. You feel activated and jittery, stand up. Walk if you need to. Follow the body. Notice if you're restricting your belly, holding it in, constricting it. Let the belly be soft and loose. If you have tight pants or a skirt on, you can unzip or unbutton. Let that belly be big and soft. Let it go nice and full of air on each in-breath. Nice, slow, melting out breath. Now, if you want to continue the exploration, and follow along, the exploration of self-doubt and freedom, freedom to be the authentic you, real you. And if that's not aligned for you today, turn off the sound or just simply let my voice be in the background. There's sort of this background noise, and tune into your breath. Everyone tune into the breath. Feel it moving through the body. Like a wave. Like a wave, the breath moves up, up, up. It peaks. There's a pause, and then the wave goes down, 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 down. And there's a trough, and there's a pause. So there's a wave in, pause, out, pause. Find your breath. To doing the exploration, I'd invite you to feel into something you're really wanting, something that in moments when you're feeling open and brave, you feel a yes in your body. Feel into this thing, this circumstance, this person, this job, this meditation, whatever you feel drawn to, whatever is popping up in your consciousness right now, practice with that. Something that feels like you're pulled towards it, something you feel like you want, you're longing for it. Maybe it's belonging, a connection, or love. Maybe it's the ability to express anger skillfully. Maybe it's a new car. No judgment, whatever you want. Maybe it's a shift in your career. And be careful because the mind's going to want to get involved. Okay? And the mind wants to take over. And the mind wants to figure it all out. If your mind is anything like mine. And the power is not in the mind, it's in the body. The mind creates the fear and the self doubt. But the mind can be an ally if we know how to work with it. Feel your feet. Feel into this thing. This maybe it's even like compassion. I want more compassion for myself. Imagine yourself receiving this gift. Might be a material thing or an essence that you're wanting to develop or realize this is already in me. Might be a relationship, might be feeling a relationship, whatever it is, feel your butt, feel your breath, and ask your body to show you what receiving this gift from the universe feels like in your body, and breathe with that feeling. It's hard to access. It's okay. Keep coming back to this meditation. This is a big one for most of us. Feel it in your body. What does it feel like to get what you want? What does it feel like to be aligned with your yes, with your soul? What does it feel like to be aligned with that little voice inside that tells you what direction to go? If you're feeling it in your body, really rest in it. Allow the body to get an imprint of it, an embodied imprint of what does this feel like. Envisioning this longing and then receiving it, or develop how would you feel if you had more self-compassion, more self-love, whatever it is. How would that feel in your being? Imagine it. Use the imagination. That is the beginning of a shift, is we use the imagination to envision something. And if the body shuts down when you envision this thing, it may be that it is actually not aligned for you, or there's fear. There probably is fear. So let the fear be here too. Notice where it is in your body. Maybe it's a constriction in your throat. Maybe it's not here. Maybe you are so fully envisioning receiving this desired manifested outcome that you don't feel any fear in your body. But you're probably not human if that's true. Because when you're on your edge, you're going to feel fear. That's normal. So let the fear be here. Let the fear be wherever it is, if you can detect it. And if not, no worries. It'll present itself. You don't need to get rid of it. Just notice it in the body. Just a sensation. We're afraid of fear. We're afraid of anxiety. But when we dip into the actual bodily sensation of fear and anxiety, we start to realize, oh, okay, there's a buzzing inside of me, or there's a constriction in my throat. And the longer you practice staying with the sensation of fear and anxiety, the less you are afraid of it, and the less you need to stay busy to run away from it. And then it's just an energy moving through your body. You just notice it. Oh, everybody feels fear. The great masters, they feel fear, not anxiety, just not reacting to it, not responding from it. So let the fear be here. You put your hand on your heart. If your heart's aching, your throat is constricted, maybe a hand on your throat and on your heart, sending love into the fear. Imagining the fear being cradled like a mama holding her new baby. Such tenderness. Meet your fear with love. Breathe in the memory of someone who's nurtured you, or if that's not coming to you, what that might feel like. Or put your arms around yourself. Literally give yourself a hug. Feel that nurturing from yourself. That's what we're going to do with the fear. Going to hold it gently. Maybe rock it like a baby. It's okay, fear. I'm here with you. I see you. Okay. You feel like this. The mind wants to get involved. The mind wants to tell stories about the future. They'll always be this way. You can't do it. Yeah, okay, mind. Let the mind do its thing. Don't fight with it. You don't have to fight with it. The mind can be as it is. The fear can be as it is. You don't have to fight anything or resist anything. Just notice it. Be aware. See it. Hmm. And now the invitation is to Be comforting the fear and just see if you can get your toe back into that feeling of living your dream, living your most free life, being free. What does that feel like? Fear can be here, mind can be here, let it all be here. Just have the intention of what does freedom, what does self-love, whatever it is, what does that feel like? Breathe it in. If you can't feel it, imagine it. Even if you can't feel it in your body, imagine it, picture it, move it if your body wants to move. If you can't feel it, it's okay. Keep doing this meditation. It comes. It just takes time. We've stifled our impulses to belong for a very long time. Most of us had to choose, do I belong to my family or my people, my tribe? Or do I be my most authentic self? Most of us as children were in a double bind. We had to choose my most authentic self. I want to run around naked as a 3-year-old, or belong to the tribe. Oh, shame. I have to shut that impulse down. Most of us had this, even if we don't remember it, even if it's before cognitive memories, it's in your body in all likelihood, unless you had the most enlightened parents, and most of us don't. They're hard to come by, those enlightened parents. So feel into your most alive self. Recognize there's a good reason you don't feel this way, or you can't even imagine it right now. You've been conditioned to believe that you have to be small or a certain way in order to not lose your tribe, in order to belong to society. And it is a myth, and it is very much our conditioning. So hand on your heart and just love this part of you that was conditioned to believe you had to be small, this young part of you that had to choose. Do I go off by myself and lose my tribe to be authentic? Some did choose that, but not too many. Or do I stay with the tribe and stifle my impulses? And just have so much compassion for why you did this. Belonging is a core need of a child. We have to belong, or we think we're going to die. So most of us choose belonging. And now get big. Open your arms up, open your heart. Breathe in and realize that this is old stuff. It's just old stuff. It's old conditioning. It's old stuff. It's not the truth, actually. And then open your eyes, move your body, welcome back. Yeah, we've been conditioned, really, really conditioned. All of us. Okay. So that's what self-doubt is. It's conditioning. Most of us had to choose. Be with my tribe and fit in as a child, or leave my tribe and be my authentic self. So this is a young part. It's very scared usually, most of us. And we could just learn to recognize that when the self-doubt arises, that is the young part that is scared of losing its tribe or losing something. And you could just be with the fear. Feel the fear like we did today. And if you need support, the other thing is we were never meant to do this alone. That's the message that's coming through so clearly living here in community. We were never meant to do it alone.